This is the Clark Connection Podcast, where 12 years of coaching championships meets real-world leadership. Coach Clark broke through at the highest levels. Now he's bringing you the playbook. Every week, real leaders, real wins. Real strategies you can use Monday morning. If you're done with theory and ready for results, this is your show. You in? Let's go!
All right. Welcome, everybody. Great to have y'all with us here. And I was about to say, I got to turn me down on that because on TikTok and in here, it's like if I was twins. So we're joined tonight, everybody, by, we're our co-host, Caitlin. Caitlin, welcome.
Hello.
I was about to say, so we've got a good one for you guys. It's special. If you saw the post on social media, you saw that we are going to be going over our March Madness bracket of who's the books, the leadership and development books. And so I'll say, I think you got that up on your screen, right, Caitlin?
No, I don't.
Okay, you don't?
No, you need the image.
I was about to say, basically, we both suck at life right now.
We both suck. It's okay.
I was about to say, I just pulled it up.
Okay.
As well. So let me share that.
Yep. So we got our championship. We're going to go all the way. So let's kind of explain. Yeah, while you pull that up, let's explain what we're going to be doing tonight. Because I know everybody. Yeah, I know everybody, all of our viewers are wondering, we talk about a lot of books on this show, and we've gotten a lot of great recommendations over the almost 2 years that you've been doing this show. But what's the best one? What's the best one? Or maybe if I don't even know where to start and I got to pick one, you got to pick one to recommend to me. What is it? What is it? What is the champion leadership and development book? I know I am very excited to find out.
Yeah. And this, I want to say that this was a very difficult one to pick out and do. As you just got me to send you some, and then I know you put and organize this together. And so I want to give a disclaimer as well. One that you do not see on here. That is the Bible. That would be the automatic champion. I recommend
automatic
that.
Winner.
That 12 times out of 10.
Isn't a league of its own?
Yes. But these came to me. I mean, there are a lot that I've read over within the last year, several that I teach out of. And so, I mean, I don't want to take too much time because this is going to be very difficult to pick through. So
yeah, and we got a few rounds. So let's get to it.
All right. So in our first round, so you broke it into 4 different categories: personal growth, leadership, legends, mindset and toughness, influence and strategy. And I'm going to say, out of all of them, the mindset and toughness was the most difficult one for me to pick through. So I'm going to come back to that one. But we'll just start with personal growth and, matchup number 1. You got number 1, Atomic Habits versus the Energy Bus. I mean, we've done a book review on both of those.
Yep.
And so, what would you say pros, cons? That just kind of quickly on that.
Oh, well, okay. Atomic Habits is a very well-known book for very good reason. Focuses on the systems that you put in place, the small habits that you do daily, and just building that discipline that leads to an overall mindset, right? So kind of focusing on those smaller goals each day. So that one's a really, really great one to help establish those habits. But I mean, the energy bus was so awesome, and it came at a great time for us when we read it right at the start of the new year or the end of last year. Just focusing on the positivity, really being the leader in your life. Um, yeah, it's motivational, it's story driven, it's so well written. That was a great one. So
Mhm.
we're off to a hard choice right off the bat.
Yeah. And when it comes down to it for me, that my winner is Atomic Habits. You've got to have those habits. I mean, I don't care how great your energy is. And
Yeah.
I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. I'm always bringing positive energy, but for me, Atomic Habits wins. That's why they're a number one seed going into here. Um, Next
Yeah.
round, this one was a difficult one for me to pick because
Mhm.
so we did the book review on the Traveler's Gift, but
Mhm.
the inner game of tennis is a special one to me because I based my entire coaching philosophy off of this, that as well as what I did, that even whenever I was working with my other teams, and still to this day, and that I try to view things objectively instead of seeing things as good or bad. So,
Yeah.
man,
You talk about the inner game of tennis a lot. I'm surprised we haven't done a book review on it yet. Um,
yeah, and
so
but I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to the Traveler's Gift. The
really?
it really is. I love the inner game of tennis, uh, but I would highly recommend people reading the Traveler's Gift here. I mean, just the 7 keys that they come up with, for how to go about your daily life were just phenomenal. Andy Andrews, that was great.
Yeah. That
Um,
really is it's a great book. I mean, you are where you are because of your own decisions. That's a hard
yes,
lesson to learn. So, okay, so we've got our first two matchups, winners decided. For our personal growth region. That's all of our contenders there. We want to move on to the second region,
yeah.
leadership
So
legends.
yes, and just for the sake of time,
Yeah.
that
I feel like
because
all four of these you could like have an entire episode based on all four of
yeah,
these.
they could. Um, I mean, honestly, I could just like pick them for like just talk on those for days.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes down to it, that 7 habits beats out 5 levels of leadership. Even though y'all hear me talk on the 5 levels often, and if you
Yeah.
hadn't read Stephen Covey's 7 habits of leadership or 7 habits of highly effective people, you need to go do that.
Mhm.
And then I love the next two. As a Maxwell certified trainer, the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. It's one of the greatest of all times. It's got to move on. It's who I pick um, to win that next round. It's 6 habits or the 6 types of working genius is great, but 21
Mhm.
irrefutable laws is who I give the nod to.
Mhm. Everything rises and falls on leadership.
It does. It does.
It surely does. Okay, so 7 habits and the irrefutable laws. All right,
Yes.
so those are leadership legends there. So then uh yeah, next would be mental toughness and mindset. Want to come back to that last or we want to go ahead and tackle it?
Yeah. Let's tackle it right
Let's
now.
do it.
So I'm gonna let you. So I'm gonna talk about Relentless real quick. Those of you that haven't read it, Relentless is written by Tim Grover. That was Michael Jordan's personal trainer. It's also Kobe Bryant's personal trainer. So he's done a lot of great stuff. He really talks about how to go about an attack the day and not settling for anything less than this,
Mhm.
um, or less than your best. And then Caitlin, I'm gonna let you talk about Can't Hurt Me because we did a review on that one.
Yeah, David Goggins, ugh, he does not sugarcoat his thoughts or feelings, for sure. the,
And he doesn't care about
Navy's.
your thoughts or feelings either.
No, not at all. Navy SEAL, Army Ranger. Gosh, yeah, he's
Yeah.
tough. So it's all about overcoming trauma, pain, mental, limitations, and even physical limitations, and also suffering. We talked about that with the book review, like just the idea of suffering and how it builds you as a person. That one was really cool. So, I mean, relentless, elite performance standard, can't Hurt Me is forging resilience through pain. So, which one do you have for that one?
So this is going to be our first major upset. I got number
No,
4, Can't Hurt Me, taking over Relentless. I mean, it's Goggins is on another level. He's
another
ultra
level.
marathon. I mean, he's
Yes.
teaching you how to go past your 40%. A phenomenal book.
I think Tim
Um,
Grover would even agree with you on that. Like Goggins is
I don't
beyond.
know though. If you were to put those two in a boxing arena or something,
Ooh.
it like I hated that was a first round pick because good night.
Yeah.
I
That
went
was a
back.
good one though. All
I
right,
spent
so
a lot of time going back and forth on that one.
yeah,
A lot of time.
a lot to learn from both of those guys for sure.
Yes.
So then moving on to our next matchup on that mental toughness, winning the war in your mind and Chase the Lion, which we've reviewed both of those.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, that's a hard choice there too. What you
yeah.
think?
Yeah. And so I went through and really, I love Chase the Lion. I love Winning the War in Your Mind. Both Mark Batterson and Craig Rochelle are phenomenal authors. But I think when it comes down to it, your mindset is so much more important than trying to chase your dreams. And if you don't have your mindset right, I think mindset overtakes Chase the Lion right here.
Yeah,
Um,
it's that internal mindset, discipline, foundation. Yeah, that leads to your actions and
right.
yeah, your courage. So, yep, for sure. All right. So we got Can't Hurt Me and Winning the War in Your Mind for that
Yes.
region. And then our last region 4, influence, money, and strategy.
Yes.
Okay, so we got How to Win Friends and Influence People. Talk about that one all the time. Classic, Dale Carnegie. And Who Moved My Cheese? I hear you talk about that one a lot. I know it's a smaller book. It's a really good one to start with, especially when you're, maybe getting into business and stuff like that. So talk to
Or
me about
life
that,
in general.
about these guys.
So this one was the easy one. I'm going with my favorite book, the How to Win Friends
How
and
to Win
Influence
Friends and
People.
Influence People.
I think that I think people would agree with me on that. Um,
Mhm.
I don't think that's even a hard pick.
Yeah. The cheese is a good one though. It's how to handle change, being adaptable, that's all gonna be really important, but yeah, building those relationships, from the beginning, super important. Alright, and then our next matchup, our last one, Rich Dad, Poor Dad versus Never Split the Difference. This is your, latest read, Never Split the Difference, so talk to us about those ones.
Yeah, I was about to say, so I just finished this today.
Yeah.
Such a great book. I know we'll eventually do a book review on this. But I gotta go Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's talking about really being able to change your view on life and how to look at money and set up a business and get stuff going. They never split the difference, more so about how to negotiate better. But
Mhm.
I think Kiyosaki takes this one um, in a close one. I think this is a close matchup, close game.
Mhm. Okay, so Rich Dad, Poor Dad. All right, so that leads us to the Elite 8.
Yes.
Next round. Ding ding.
Yes.
Okay. So to get our Region 1 winners here, we've got Atomic Habits
Mm-hmm.
versus The Traveler's Gift.
Yeah, and I don't even, this one wouldn't even be close. Atomic Habits, hand down. I love The
Dang.
Traveler's Gift, but I mean, Atomic Habits, it's setting the framework. You've got to read, if you are a business owner, you need, or
Mhm.
you want to be a leader in general, you need to read Atomic Habits. It will change your life. And it's talking about getting 1% better. It's, I don't even
Yeah.
think it's a close one. I love Andy Andrews,
Mhm.
and I don't regret making that pick.
Well, I mean, it's obviously worth its salt. Like I said, it's a very popular book. I feel like it's one of those personal development books that has kind of gone mainstream. That
Yes.
got a lot of attention and it, still does. So that is awesome. Okay, so as far as our personal growth powerhouses, number 1 powerhouse, Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Okay, so our Region 2 winner here for our leadership legends. So we've got the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, classic,
Yes.
versus the John Maxwell 21 Irrefutable Laws. What you got? What you got?
Okay. So 7 Habits. I mean, it's going talking about attacking and managing who you are as a person, and
Yeah.
then working on other people, but then going in and refocusing and keeping yourself sharp. It really goes through the 21 laws of leadership. Man, it goes through and really talks about the 21 main areas that we as leaders they can lead. It's John Maxwell's bestseller. I mean, you've got two powerhouses right there in Covey and Maxwell going at it.
Mhm.
Um, but I think the one that we got to go with is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I mean, this one was a
All
tough
right.
one for me as a Maxwell certified trainer, but
Yeah, it
I
feels
think 7 Habits.
blasphemous.
I think 7 Habits takes the edge in a close one right here.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Stephen Covey, it's right there in the title. It is a well-named book. It's how to live and operate effectively, right?
Yes.
So, making every day count and getting better every day. So, I'm with you. 7 Habits is our leadership legend winner. Alrighty. So, moving on to Region 3. Dang. Okay, so man, this is a hard region. So we've got our
Yeah.
mindset and yeah, mental toughness. So we chose "Can't Hurt Me" by David Goggins versus "Winning the War in Your Mind." I know it really is a war in your mind. I tell you,
It is.
it
Uh,
is.
oh my goodness. Like this is the toughest one. And it's,
Mm,
I mean, all four that were in here, but now you got down to two, Can't Hurt Me. Like winning the war in your mind.
yeah.
They both have its pros, both have its con. I mean, neither has cons really. I mean, they both have their pros, but which pro is going to
Mhm.
outweigh,
Mhm.
Oh,
It's such an interesting matchup too because they're so different. Like
yes.
such different books. Like David Goggins basically just like punches you in the face and Craig Rochelle is like so uplifting and he uses like scripture and just makes you feel so good. So, they're very different. But what you got? Come on. I'm dying here.
Well, and that's where I came through and it was tough because ultimately I started thinking as I went through here, which one that do I believe is going to help more people
Mhm.
with say fighting through that tough time, to being able to overcome that tough time. And
Yeah.
uh, you know, I really had to go ahead and give the nod that of Craig Rochelle and Winning the War in Your Mind.
Okay.
Um, and I feel like Rochelle gives a better step by step of how to overcome that battle that within your
Mhm.
mind. Goggins really just kind of stop being a ninny and get over it. Um, which, whew,
Well, you're being a ninny.
that that's a tough one. But I
Yeah.
think it's important that you have the tools to equip yourself as you move forward. So having that ability to move forward
Sure.
and do that.
Mhm.
So giving the edge to winning the war in your mind.
Okay. Winning the war in your mind. I like it. And moving on to region 4, money, influence, money, and strategy. So we're strategizing here. We got how to win friends and influence people and Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yes.
I feel like I know it's gonna win, but
Yeah.
you tell me.
This one wasn't even close for me. I
Okay.
think everybody
How to
needs to
win
win how
friends.
to win friends and influence people.
Yeah.
Moving on,
Dale
final four.
Carnegie. Yeah. All right, final 4. Okay, so moving on. So we've got from our personal growth powerhouse, Atomic Habits. Number 1 in region 1, Atomic Habits
Mhm.
versus our leadership legends, 7 habits of highly effective people. Who wins?
Yeah, that's a
Ooh,
tough one. 2 number ones.
this is getting hard.
2 number ones. And yeah,
Yeah.
I had to sit down and when I got here, because when you showed me this last night, I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to go sit outside and take my time and think about
Mhm.
this and really, really go through. I mean, Atomic Habits, you're talking about getting 1% better. You're talking about setting those routines. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, habit stacking, how to improve and optimize your life. 7 habits of highly effective people. You're going through that. Be proactive. That begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Think win-win. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Synergize, and then they sharpen the saw. So, I
Mhm.
mean, I had to go through. It's tried. Stephen Covey's been around the block. This
Mhm.
isn't his first matchup. I believe with the tools that you get from the 7 habits of highly effective people, that you take the win on over just those atomic habits. This really goes through. It gives you more of a foundation to be able to go and help influence people in that process.
Yeah.
So that's moving to the championship round. 7 habits of highly effective people.
All right. 7 habits taking a spot in the championship round. And then, I want to know who gets this next spot. Okay. So, mental and mental toughness and mindset. We had winning the war in your mind.
Yes.
Okay. Craig Rochelle. He's spitting his truths to us. And then influence, money, and strategy. Gosh, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Oh my gosh.
And I forgot to bring it over here. So because I mean, winning the war in your mind, such a phenomenal one. I mean, I keep
Yeah,
talking about it over and over. Just how
it's
it
great.
teaches you how to be mentally tough. It teaches you how
Yeah.
to overcome those things. So, how to win friends and influence people. This is my absolute favorite book. So I'm torn that when we get here, and I mean, there's just so many. I mean, I've taught so many great lessons out of how to win friends and influence people that over
Mhm.
the years. But winning the war in your mind. I
I was
think
about to
that's
say,
so much.
I feel like I hear a but. There's a but in
Yes,
there.
they win in the war in your mind is I'm gonna pick them to win. They Craig Rochelle. Um, they
Jeez.
bring in more of that new age magic in. They're talking about
Yeah.
they bring in the psychology into it. I mean, they're both very similar, uh, but this one, it's talking more about you. And I think having that mental toughness and overcoming that, if you can't develop yourself first, how are you going to win friends and influence people? So I think that's very important right there. I move winning
Mhm.
the war in your mind that to the championship round.
Yeah. That's so true. I feel like I was thinking more of How to Win Friends because it's such a great, like, just universally, applies to especially if you're getting into a leadership role.
Hmm.
And, my first thought is like, well, maybe not everybody has that war in their mind. Like it might not be applicable to everyone, but it really is. Like, especially if you're going into leadership, you are going to come across, those challenges and start hearing or telling yourself those lies. And, how do you overcome that? So, yeah. Ugh, that was a tough one, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. That was that. I mean, golly, that the right side of the bracket, I had a hard time with every single one of them.
Yeah.
Um, it feels like, then I'm just gonna share the screen again. Like, if you ended up on this side of the bracket, if you're over here, like, man, you had such a hard path to get to the championship round. And I'm not saying that this left side of the bracket was easy, but the personal growth one, man, it kind of, I thought it was the easier road versus they coming
Mhm.
out of the leadership legends. Oh, that
Yeah. They were all tough in their own right, but that leads us to our championship round. Winner takes all. And just to clarify too, I mean, we only chose 16 books. You have read many more than that. So, these were kind of the cream of the crop. The
yeah,
top 16 that we chose for this bracket. So, we were already starting with real winners here. So, any of these 16 books, highly recommend. Um, they're awesome
oh yeah,
reads. Yeah.
I agree. If you've read any of those books, that they're all phenomenal. So we're not talking like, oh, just because Never
It's
Split the
on the
Difference
shelf.
didn't make it to the final. Don't ever, no, absolutely not. I have enjoyed this one. Can't I mean, I can't wait to do a book review on it with you
Yep.
guys. Phenomenal.
Yep. These are
Um,
16 solid book recommendations.
yes. Yes.
Yep.
And about the only one that, most people wouldn't put on their list that I did, um, that was The Inner Game of Tennis. That one to me is just so foundational for me. It's special to me. But I mean, when you put it up against the Traveler's Gift, it just doesn't stand a chance.
Wasn't it was like one of the first books that you read whenever you did start reading and, coaching?
Yeah, so the very first book that I read was Do You
Saban,
Love
right?
Football by John Gruden.
Oh, okay. I knew it
That
was a
was
football book.
yeah, it was um and I had it on my iPad. I read it like in 24 hours, couldn't put it down. And so I got started like, hey, well, what else is there? Read Nick Saban's book. That was the second one I read. And then realized like Saban a whole lot. Like that dude, yeah, he's on another level of greatness.
I'm not there. Back it up.
Um,
Reel it in.
but then I read Win Forever by Pete Carroll. I started thinking like, who are coaches that I could be like? I'm very
Mhm.
high energy. I'm very uplifting. Um, Pete Carroll, I mean, he almost won 3 national championships in a row. Um, so, I mean, they won 2 Super Bowls. You're talking, I mean, competed for a third. So, I mean, you're talking about a guy that's probably one of the few that can say, hey, I won at both the college and pro level. Not a whole lot
Yeah.
of coaches can say that. And so that
Mhm.
was where went to that. And he referenced the inner game of tennis a lot in his book. And so I was like,
Gotcha.
man, I got to read this. And when I read it, it completely changed the game for me. It was a complete game changer.
Mhm.
Um, that just really going through how you have two selves, and self one that is the sayer, self two is your doer. So that's how you could literally say, I'm talking to myself. That I'm is self one. He tells self two what to do, myself. Um, and so ego, um, what do they call it? Yeah. So
The
self
3?
one's your ego, and
Okay.
self two would be your doer. It's
Okay.
your mind already knows how to do it. And so he talks a lot about visualizing and the importance of visualization, and making sure that you understand um how important your mind frame is, and to not label things as good or bad. And
Mhm.
so once I kind of realized that, I started trying to adapt it into coaching football, and was, hey, you step with the wrong foot versus that wasn't any good. You should have done this. And so that I really figured it out once I got to back to Central High School, like, and then with coaching girls soccer. Once I got it there, I put it all together there, and was able to quickly start progressing after that. And so it made that transition to East Ascension real simple. Like, hey, we can win now.
Yeah. I think that's a good testament to, like, just keep reading, Like, just keep turning page after page, and the reading will get easier, and you'll come across books that really resonate, um, but, I mean, that's the quickest way to learn, like, that's the best way to learn from other people, um,
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Well, and I
and
mean, like, oh,
I
continue,
wanna make
continue.
sure too, because I know we've got viewers on. I would really love to hear, like, what everybody else
Mhm.
thinks, like, what our viewers have read, what they think about those choices, what they might wanna read. So, yeah, put that in the chat.
Yeah, I'm curious to see too. Um, like, do you agree with, based off the bracket? And I'll share the screen again. Um,
And the
do you
championship
agree?
is coming up. Just
Yeah,
hang
the
tight.
championship game, we've got it between the 7 habits of highly effective people and winning the war in your mind.
Yep.
And so, I mean, both coming out of very strong brackets.
Mhm.
But what do you think? We want to know, which one do you think that should have made it there? Was there one that you thought should have made it a little bit further? Who do you think's going to win? Which book do you think should win out of the 7 habits of highly effective people, or winning the war in your mind? Um, and then also other things too. I loved, because I know when we were kind of in pre-production, you were talking about a lot of, like, hey, we couldn't figure out how to get a live bracket up to do
Yeah.
this. But one that we want to do is to do more of different things like this, and put a bracket together and let you guys choose the winners,
Mhm.
or the next book that we review, things of that nature.
Yep. Get y'all's input for sure.
And then, to stay on the point, like what you were saying too, Caitlin, with just start reading. So, like,
Mhm.
because I've been referencing this, I'm going to keep referencing Chris Voss. I never split the difference. I don't remember how much I paid for this book. $20 or less. I mean,
Yeah.
usually when I buy a book, it's on bargain. I'm finding it for $10 or less is what I'm usually trying to find a book for. But if you were to try to get a coaching session with Chris Voss, you're not getting it for less than 10 grand. And that's only for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, they don't book him to speak for less than that.
I know. Those
$10.
books are awesome. I mean, just to put it into perspective, like you said, with Chris Voss, you might get an hour for 10 grand. I just started reading and listening to the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and the audiobook is over 10 hours. 10 hours that she put into words, and yeah, bought it for less than $20. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a bargain.
Yeah. And that's actually the next book I'm going to read too. I thought that
Yep.
was a good one. And I've had, geez, within the last month, probably 10 to 15 people say I needed to read it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to read that next.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you can't get, you can't get a John Maxwell. Like, you can't go listen to John Maxwell speak for less than $100.
Yeah.
Like going to his IMC event.
Because it's valuable
Yeah.
information.
I
Like,
mean,
we're
it's
not trying
$4,000.
to, devalue these guys either. Like, that's
Yeah.
valuable information. But it's just wild that they put it in a book and you can buy it for $15.
Right. I mean, if I were to go get taught on this one right here, Developing the Leader Within You by John Maxwell, which I am certified to go and train if you want that on your list, or me to come help you guys with that.
Mhm.
Just for something like that, you're looking at $20,000.
Yeah.
For John Maxwell to teach you this. And he put it's in a book. It's $20.
It's all there. It's all there.
Man. Now, you don't
Yeah.
get all the insights. Like, that's one of the advantages of having a Maxwell certified coach or trainer, speaker come and teach with you or for you, because I've got all of his insights that I get to add whenever I get there. So you don't get the same thing just by reading it. There is a lot more that I would be able to add, but it's still great information. I would recommend reading that one too. And that was
Yep.
one I had a hard time with, because I started like, oh yeah, I could give you this one, I could give you this one, I could give you this one. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I just gave her 6 John Maxwell books.
Yeah. Even the 5 Levels of Leadership, that was one of the first ones that you had me read. That's a great foundational, place to start. But,
Yeah.
you
Well, I was
know
about to say, well, I really got you to read How Successful People Lead, because it's more just the meat and
Oh,
potatoes
yeah.
of
Yeah.
it's like 100 pages long.
Okay, so there's a longer version of
Yeah.
the 5 Levels of Leadership. You're right. We did How Successful People Lead, which is a
So,
little teeny tiny book. Is very cute.
I mean, How Successful People Lead,
Yeah.
5 levels. I mean, you could put it inside. And then if
Yeah.
I were to turn it on its side, you could put it in there again.
Yeah.
But this one's going to give you more of your stories. It's going to really help it
Right.
stick and make it. Whereas here, he just kind of, I hate to say kind of, like, I devalue this book versus this book.
Yeah.
The straight meat and potatoes. It goes into, hey,
Right.
here's
Meat and
level number 1.
potatoes.
They
Yep.
positional leader. Here's what a positional leader looks like.
Yep.
So, and I actually
All
found,
right.
well, I'm not going to go that, but, and then other things. We got a lot of good stuff coming up in the with Coach Clark Leadership and Development, guys.
Yeah, don't give it all away.
Y'all got to stay in tune.
Yes. Yeah, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe, TikTok, YouTube. There's
Follow,
new
share.
content every week. Yep. Okay, so without further ado, got drum roll. Ding, ding,
Yes.
ding.
And I am, before I pick this one, going to make sure I shout out that Vicky fussed at me for the last live where I didn't shout her out. But
Vicky,
look,
we love you.
Hubbard Flooring Studio. We love you, Vicky. We couldn't do this without you. You along with Dr. Bob and Brian with Steadfast, Bobby with Comfy Quest, Andrew with Automate Integrate. You guys help make the show possible. Bring this to developing leaders. All right, so we got to pick a winner.
That's what we're here to do.
I was going to say, my dogs are now excited. I don't know if y'all heard them or not, but I got them riled up. They're ready for the winner.
Okay, they're ready. I think the people are ready too. So we've got
Now, see,
seven
I'm wanting to know,
habits of highly effective people
or winning the war in your mind.
or
If you
winning the
think it's
war in your
winning the
mind.
war, that drop a 2 because they were a number 2 seed. If you think it's the 7 habits, drop a 1 in the comments. Let's
I
see
like
what we're
that.
getting.
I like
I'm
that.
getting some stuff. All right, got some 1s, got some 2s.
I don't know who I vote for.
All right. So the winner is the 7 habits of highly effective people.
7 habits of highly
This is a
effective
classic.
people.
It's such a classic. I do agree winning the war on your mind it's a great one. You've got to have that mental toughness and know how to get over this. But Stephen Covey covers it all. He covers it all in this book. That from how do you attack the day, how do you help other people, and then how do you recharge and refocus yourself. It's
Yeah.
it's it's one that I recommend. I mean, I taught it for 4 years at East Ascension, and like it was really truly the first personal development book that I read
What do
on
you
my
mean you
own.
taught it? What do you mean?
It was part of our course curriculum in one of the classes. So in career readiness, I taught
Oh,
from this book for 4 years. So I figured if I got to teach from it, I need to at least learn it and read it.
yeah. I love
Um,
that. So they were teaching career readiness in high school.
yes. And so that's what they went through, and that was one that they taught. So I went and learned it, learned what I needed to learn, and just was this can help people. Why are more people not reading this book?
Yeah.
Um, and started trying to talk with people about it and how to develop themselves like, as a person. But Stephen Covey really went through and he took it. It was something crazy like that. I don't remember the number, but I know there were close to it was like 100 people that he collaborated with to make this possible. I mean, it was very well thought out. And it's one that I highly recommend. Even working with a potential client today, they were asking me about stuff that I've taught on and what do I do, and I mentioned that, and they were like, "You've got a fan for life." So,
That was easy.
oh, I should have started with that, man. This would have saved me.
Right. Gotta
Uh,
start leading with that.
there's
Yeah. On your name
sometimes,
tag, just put my
yeah,
favorite book is, which is actually not, but it's okay. People don't have to know that.
yeah. My favorite book is, and I mean, I didn't even get him out of the second round. I didn't even get How to Influence People out of the second round.
I know.
No, actually, I did. Yeah, they made it out of the second round. They didn't make it into the finals. They didn't make it out of the final four.
No. Yeah.
Um,
That's all
but
right.
that was a tough one. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. We've got a lot of big stuff coming on.
Mhm.
That's they coming together. It's picking up. It's moving fast. Looking at doing. I meet with somebody tomorrow about. I know several of you have been to the coaches leadership table or the coaches table leadership luncheon, wanting to do a breakfast. And so Cheesecake Bistro does not do breakfast. They will cater breakfast for you, but they don't do a breakfast. So I do appreciate them so much, but they were like, hey, let's put you into some people to contact with and go with for doing the breakfast. So I meet tomorrow with somebody. I want to see if I can get these days ironed out that I want to do. I hadn't decided what I'm going to call the leadership breakfast. It just kind of doesn't flow off. So,
We'll think about it.
but yeah, I like the coaches table. Keep staying with the coaches table.
Yeah.
I was about to say once Caitlin starts thinking on it because that's one of her invention is one of her working geniuses.
Oh,
So
yes.
that she loves to go through and come
Yes.
up with
I will.
those creative solutions.
I will start thinking about it. And it's probably for the best. As much as we love Cheesecake Bistro, I think that we may have sold them out of all of their coffee. the last couple of times that we met over there. So we'll give their baristas a break.
And they were wonderful. Caitlin was
They're
awesome.
fantastic.
Felicia, our server, was awesome. So if you need to go there, guys, if you hadn't been, they remodeled the one in Baton Rouge. They updated. It's so awesome. I do want to go back, and hopefully we'll pack out and put it into the bigger room. Lots of cool stuff
Yeah.
going on over there. So just stay tuned, stay up, listen for whatever little coach tells you to do. I've kept him pretty locked up right there. Hadn't let him get going.
Well, cool. This was fun.
All right. Any other thoughts right there? What you got? How do you feel about the results, Caitlin?
I'm surprised. I was surprised. Especially, yeah, about how to win friends. Thought that guy would get farther. Trying to think of who else. I don't know. I thought that the traveler's gifts would get a little bit farther as well. You talk about that one a lot. I know that's one of your faves. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's those foundational habits,
Mhm.
and are they making you effective on a day-to-day basis? So I'm with you.
Right. And there's none of those books, like we said earlier. All of them in there are good.
Yeah,
So you
100%.
can't go wrong with any of them. I don't know. I want to know how you guys think about that. What's y'all's
Yeah.
thoughts on it? I drop that in the chat. Let us know, how did you feel this went? And who knows, maybe we'll do like the top 16 movies or some, I don't know, we'll figure out something, have like a one where you pick, like we'll figure out a way to do like book wars so we can figure out which one we're all going to read next or
Oh,
something
love
like that.
that. Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, I stole that one from Mike. Mike, I'm gonna have to get him to tell me how he did it, because I don't remember which episode he was, but Mike O'Brien, guys, go watch. I think it was like it was like in the 60s. But Mike,
Mhm.
the genius, he did it with wine battles.
Oh, love that.
And so
Oh, good old Mike O'Brien. Mike Wazowski.
all right. So guys, the biggest thing to take away is that you need to be reading.
Mhm.
They read. Pick one. You've got 16 options up there. Pick one of those. Like, always work harder on yourself than you do at your job. Because at the end of the
Mm.
day, if something were to happen to you, your job's they might not post it tomorrow, but they'll have it up by Friday. You can't, like, that stuff that people can't take from you. If you develop yourself, they work on that growth, to become, and it makes you indispensable later on in life.
Mhm.
Um, and then, as I always say, you don't have to be great to get started,
But
but
you
you
have
have
to
to
get
get started.
started to be great.
You do.
You have to get started. So do
You
it
don't ever start,
now.
you can't be great. It's not possible. So keep leading, keep learning, keep connecting, and we'll see you next week on Ask the Coach.